We're gonna do this deck profile right now. But it's like I'm gonna mostly talk about. See, since normally I would like when I'm doing the deck profile, I'm talking about like locals and all this other shit, like what I do locally and shit. Now, since I'm going to Anaheim to play, I could talk about like what am I expecting there and shit. So like, yeah. So I'm gonna go start this now. So of all the decks to play, there's one I'm like leaning towards. I'm leaning towards two decks. I'm leaning towards Voiceless and Malice. I personally want to play Malice, but if I don't have the time to get it, I'm gonna play Voiceless. Uh, the reason why I want to play Malice because it is a heavy combo deck, and I think people are not gonna start citing Lancias just for that deck and Ritual Beast, especially because Ritual Beast is already checked by Molch Armies. And Molch Armies doesn't get checked nearly as hard with Malice. So I do like Malice. I think that's the deck. It does have its downsides. I think you have to play really fast with that deck because you do pay life points to fucking summon your monsters, and you don't. And it's a new deck, so people's gonna sit there and look at your card and read it, and like and into time, that's just a terrible fucking thing to do. So you're gonna be down like 7k life points and with like 40 minutes left, and like you're kind of just fucked. And it's a heavy combo deck too, so you're probably gonna take 15-20 minutes doing your combo. So that's like the only reason why I'm like hesitant to pick up a deck like that to play. But otherwise, like if there's a reason why I do want to pick it up, is because it's good and it's really fun to play. But if I can't pick up that deck, I will play Voiceless Voice. This deck is definitely in an interesting spot. I'll play 3 low here. I think I'll just show the engine and then I'll just talk about like what am I looking forward to with this deck. I play 2 now. Since I am playing the deer, like I could cut down those ratios because I have like another consistency card to go with this. So like if I wasn't playing the deer, I will for sure max this and pre-prep to 3. But yeah, I play Old Man still. You need something to set off a trap. You might, and since Orizio and like fucking Malice is gonna be popular, like summon this with Saravis is pretty nice. Let's see, consistency. This card's really broken. This and this. This bad boy. This bad boy. These two. Yeah. Let me see. Alright, cool. So, that looks a little better. Alright, perfect. So, what I'm looking for in this deck is to end on Skull Guardian low, and then like a combination of these two. So Dynamondo might be like on the table. I don't think there's gonna be people playing as much Bestials because Malice doesn't really get hurt. It gets helped by Bestials. So you're not gonna play Bestials for that. You're not gonna play Bestials for Ryziel. You're not gonna play Bestials for Snake Eye Fire King, really. So I think like Diddy Crow is like the more likely option, but even then I don't think they're gonna play that. I think there's more impactful hand traps now. So yeah, this is gonna be like the little bit of the core right here. I still think there's probably gonna be a lot of people playing Valor, so and Emperor. So I might bump this to 2 and cut him. But I do have to keep into account that Tenpai does exist, and I have to respect it. So like that's like the reason why. And then there's Branded and fucking these other negate these gas decks that relies on their spells. So yeah, this is. Let's see, 3 Diviner. This is your honorary guy. Like this is your other starter. Fucking so yeah, this is really good. I guess this guy's technically a starter with your Nadirs. So I decided to cut my hand trap lineup, and like, cause I think I just want to get to my engine as much as I can. I put 12 hand traps, which I think is still good. That's still good enough to like interrupt your opponent, to make sure like if you don't want one part of the engine or like an engine to fucking go through, you just hit that and just, you know, hope for the best. But yeah, like that's literally the game plan of this deck. Let me add the 2 pre-preps. Fuck it. It's like a consistency card too. So, because like with Nadir, you could just dump Entis. Here, let me show you right now. I could either dump this guy or this dude, right? You could just target a face-up card and then you just bounce it, or you could pop it. Like, fucking yeah, this is like literally it. Like, it's pretty good. Or if you're going first, you could dump this. Or like if you drew like a brick, like a semi-brick, you could drop this. Like, the Deer Servant is very versatile. Obviously, you could dump Herald of the Arclight, and like it's just be really good. This card's gonna be super, super popular next format. So the Anaheim format. So yeah, that's basically it. Diviner is always good. You could end on end boards with 2 fairies and Trias. It's pretty nice. So for that pop. So here I'll shoot my non-engine, cause I got a handful. So you got this Ash, Dominus, and Imperm. I'm debating between putting this for Valor and siding the Drolls in, but I think Droll is gonna be very, very good next format. So that's why I think Rizio struggles a little bit to Droll. Like Malice struggles a little bit to Droll, especially if they open their play with Allure Darkness. Ash Blossom is Ash Blossom. Purge is really good. It's not as good as Impulse, but Purge is really good. And Imperm is Imperm. So like, all this is like my lineup, and then like the last 3 is fucking. I'm thinking of playing Fenrir. I'm probably just gonna bump this to fucking Unicorn. Honestly, like I think Unicorn's really good. Excuse me. Yeah, I think Unicorn's really good. So like I could probably, it's at 42 right now. I could probably make it 43. And add the 3 Unicorn and 1 Birth. Because going first, if you get hand trap, you can just look at their extra deck and rip something out. Like, if you could rip out Princess, and that'd be fucking nice. So, like, yeah, that's like the logic behind it. I'm thinking that 12 hand traps is enough, because if your opponent, if you're in a hand trap battle, like this deck's not the best at that, so you want something to compensate. So I do want to play Fenrir in this build. Yeah. So here you go. This is my side. I'll just do my side since this is I'm siding for YCS. So I'm gonna play 3 Nibs. I think when nobody respects Nib is where it's at its best. So I'm gonna side it in. I was debating about maining it because it does serve 2 purposes in the sense of it is a ritual fodder and is a fucking Nib. So like that's like my logic behind Nibiru. But yeah. I'm gonna do 3 Cosmics here. You need back row removal of some sort, so like I think this is not a bad card to play. So we got 2 Ultimate Slayers. I played 2 Ultimate Slayers because I played 2 Thrusts, 3 Eclipses, and 1 of each of these bad boys. So that's literally it for my side. I'm probably thinking of playing like Darura Cannon, because against Malice is good, but I don't feel like it's good enough against other decks. You want like a wide coverage when you're doing stuff like this. And you have Book of Eclipse too, so I think this is fine the way it is. You could thrust into Ultimate Slayer, Nadir Servant, pre-prep. Like, this is a really good card. I decided to play it going second because like, not going second, in the side deck because like, I don't know fucking every deck's matchups. What if I'm playing against a deck that mainly plays board breakers? Then I'm kind of like, damn, like I kind of have to play this. So Ultimate Slayer is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Cosmics is always good. You could play this going first or second. So that's my logic behind that. Ooh. I think this is like the least well, maybe not the least controversial, but this is the extra deck. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna show you all my targets for fucking for motherfucking whatchamacallit. For my Ultimate Slayer Nadir Servant targets. There you go. So this is only good for Ultimate Slayer, by the way. Like, I would not dump with Nadir most of the time. It'll probably be mostly this, and maybe this. And then, obviously, with Maximus, you dump these. So, like, this is just really, really good overall. I might cut it down a little bit to add more utility for my extra deck. But for the most part, because I was thinking of playing IP or some shit. But I think for now, this is good. And then for the links, this 2 combo is really good, especially if you're playing in the Dear Servant version. I would do this. And then this is to help you like bridge into this, and this is just like if your back row just ends on a blessing, I would Dynamondo, but otherwise I would not. Like, if you have Birth and, like, Radiance, I wouldn't Dynamondo, or Blessing, even. I would just keep it the way it is right here. And then the last ones are these 2. If I am going to cut the Pendulum Graph, I will cut this, and I'll add, like, a IP. I think this is too niche for Tenpai to play, but at the same time, negating a spell is a really good effect. So yeah, that's basically it. That's my logic behind it. I'll throw in. If I'm missing something, please let me know. This is probably what I'm gonna take for Nats. Not Nats, sorry, YCS. Either if I can get a hold of Malice. Malice is that's probably my preferred deck. But I think as the deck's getting solved, we need to find a way to play around Lancia. But I think for this event, you don't have to play around Lancia. But then again, what do I know? I am not a fucking YCS champion or whatever. This is based off my like common sense. So yeah, thanks for watching. Blah blah blah. Really enjoy it. I'm probably gonna talk about White Forest next because because I was thinking about playing that, but I'll explain to you guys why I decided not to play that for Anaheim. But like, even though I wanted to play it because it's a really good deck, but it has a lot of problems, and I just fucking hate playing into them. So yeah, peace out, take care.